When it comes to the issue of gun control, we all have our opinions and points of views. Liberal or conservative, we are all appalled and disgusted by the latest mass shootings like those in Newtown, Connecticut and Aurora, Colorado. We want to put the blame on something that we can control, and many of us push for gun control. We don't want to admit what we know in our hearts to be true, and that is violence, murder, and insanity are built into the human condition, and likely always will be. According to the FBI, there are over 1.2 million violent crimes committed in the United States during 2012. Of the 1.2 million violent crimes, 14,000 were murders, 84,000 were forcible rapes, 354,000 were robberies, and over 700,000 were aggravated assaults. With so much violence happening around us, it's no wonder why so many people are armed. There are between 270 and 310 million privately owned firearms in the hands of Americans. We live in a time where everyone is considered a winner. We are all told that we're going to grow up to be something special. What we are not told is that it's going to take hard work to achieve those things. We're not told that 26% of us will grow up to be diagnosed with a mental disorder. We're not told that over 49% of us will grow up to be on government assistance. To put into perspective, the orange represents the number of people, the total population, that are on government assistance. The green represents the total number of people that are not. Such an astounding number, and what this doesn't show is that this is the total population. This includes children, people under the age of 18. This is the total population, and still 49% are on government assistance. Maybe gun control is a problem that could result from a society being fed up with the way their lives have turned out. And that's why we see so many violent crimes, mass shootings at schools. We're products of our environment, and if people don't have the things they need to survive, it brings out the worst in them. It's estimated, however, that firearms prevent between 800,000 and 2 million violent crimes each year. Firearms in the hands of responsible citizens cut the crime rate in half of what it would be without them. Whenever we are a victim of a crime, calling the police is the first thing that most of us do. We call the police because they have guns. And nothing stops a bad guy with a gun like a good guy with a gun. Texas is a concealed carry state. And last year, according to NeighborhoodScout.com, we had 28,395 robberies in the state. Washington, D.C. is one of the only places that does not issue carry permits. And last year they had 4,093 robberies, according to NeighborhoodScout.com. It seems like Washington, D.C. would be a lot safer place. But you have to consider that Texas has 41.5 times the population that Washington, D.C. does. And if D.C. was the size of Texas with the same statistic, they would have had over 170,000 robberies, compared to Texas's 28,000. There are two types of animals in this world. There are predators and there are prey. No one watches a leopard chase down a gazelle and denies that the gazelle has the right to use its horns to try and protect itself from the predator. Let's not deny the same right of self-defense to human beings. The way to stop the leopard is not to cut off the horns of the gazelle. When you make it easier for the predator, you only get more predators. I urge every responsible citizen across the country to get a concealed handgun license, join the NRA, and do their part to make this country a safer place. The Constitution has the Second Amendment so that we always have the right to keep and bear arms. Let's not use this right for evil, but let's use it for the way that our founders of this great country had intended it to be used. Life is not always what we thought it would be. Sometimes you have to hit the bottom before you can rise to the top. Gun control is not an easy topic to find a solution to. But if we come together and help one another, we can see more changes happen across this country than if we just stand around and argue back and forth about issues that don't have a simple answer. I would like to thank the FBI's website, neighborhoodscout.com, CNBC.com, for the information to put this speech together.